Greetings to all of my Libras, all of my star spas. Thank you so much for being here on this channel. We are going to get into a general reading for you. Excuse the noise in the background. I am washing clothes right now. Okay, so we're going to get into a general reading for you. If you have been following the other readings, then you'll see that I've been doing these with the second chakras, first chakra, just seeing which chakra. I keep saying chakra, but it's actually pronounced chakra, which you're connected to the second chakra. You're connected to masculine energy. We'll talk about what the sun and the moon mean for you. You rule the seventh house, Libra. Okay, and all of this will be timestamped. So Libra, let's get into what gemstone you can use when you want to connect with your second chakra. You can use the Moonstone. Let me pick some up and put them in my hand. And this is what they look like. They have like a, sort of like a glow to them. And that's why they're called moonstones here, okay? And they correspond with your second chakra, which is called the Sacral Chakra, and it helps you to navigate through your life, through your emotions, and supports your ability to enjoy the sensual world. Okay, all right. So, and I'll read on a little. I'll read a little more about the Moonstone. Okay, so Libra. Moonstone provides mental stability and inspiration. Stressing over emotions for a long period of time affects the human body negatively. It stabilizes and balances the accumulated feeling of anger, anxiety, and other elements that add up to aggression. Moonstone helps you to accept your current situation and grow generosity. Rather than making realistic decisions, it guides you to look over your current situation and improves your observation skills. This corresponds with the second chakra. The energy with the moonstone is it relieves your emotional stress and gives you spiritual realization. Rather than making you avoid situation, it establishes you to make fundamental decisions. You can wear this. This is the application in life. It is good to have it as a bracelet or necklace. If you place it as a crystal gloss or cluster, it helps relieve anxiety and insomnia. Okay? So that is a stone that you can use maybe when you're doing your meditation or something like that, or you're trying to connect or strengthen your second chakra, which is also known as the sacral chakra. When you're trying to improve that, heal that, align it, then this is a good stone that you can use. Okay. All right. So Libra, like I said, and the book that I use for that is the Crystal Healing Stones. Okay. The Crystal Healing Card Chakra and Universe Guidebook. Okay. All right. So Libra, for these two cards here, with the Libra, you represent balance. You rule the seventh house, which represents relationships. The sun, which represents source. The moon, which represents perception. For those four cards, I'll be using this book. For these two cards, I'll be using the sacred geometry of relationships oracle guidebook. Okay. All right. Let's see for my Libras. So Libra, okay, you represent balance here. Libra asks us to strengthen all relationships with an infusion of justice, equity, equality, communication, fairness, and romance. The cardinal air sign Libra is ruled by Venus, and its symbol is balanced scales. Libra is connected to the kidneys, the endocrine system, and all the ways a body comes into balance. The sun shines here September the 22nd through October the 21st. The action with you, Libra, is compassion and purpose infuse beauty, and beauty flows from a balanced composure. To bring true balance to the situation, look at it through the lens of social justice and ask what will be unequivocally fair. Access, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Libra. Ooh. Assess what you value, assess what others value, and find compromise. Become aware of any personal biases. Whether you believe that your opinion is more important than someone else's or that theirs is more important than yours. Chant, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. So the chant is no justice, no peace. Then KNOW justice, KNOW peace. So, both of those words sound the same, but they have different meanings and they're spelled different, okay? Um, so be fair, straightforward, appreciative, and kind. Look at the whole situation for better composure. Balance the color, the light, the shapes, and forms. Make sure everyone in this situation, make sure everyone in this relationship feels heard. Acknowledge the existing beauty in the situation and ask yourself how you can bring in more. Explore the arts, music, and movement. Engage in expressive joy and let your soul take in this powerful medicine. Whether at work, at home, or in your love life, this situation may require a partnership of equals. As you create beauty and balance in your situation, you may call in new people who want to dance with you. Meet them on a level field and explore what you can do together. The challenge, Libra, is sometimes conflict needs to erupt before a healthy equilibrium can be reestablished. Repression is not peace. Beauty can be misleading. Aesthetics alone can be shallow and incomplete unless lovingness expresses a deeper beauty, a compassionate heart. The gift is the Navajo referred to the beauty way as the path of a life lived in balance, living in the right relations with one another, with the cycle of nature, with the ecosystem all around, and with spirit. Let the beauty way call you. Okay, all right. So, Libra, that's who you are as a Libra. You're about balance. You're about, looking at things from a different perspective. You're about justice. You're about equality. You're about communication and fairness as well as romance. You're a cardinal air sign ruled by Venus. And, so this is about you acknowledging how you feel and the beauty in that, as well as acknowledging how other people feel and the beauty in that. And so it's about being fair. You're about being fair and straightforward, but also appreciative and kind. When you are not those things, you kind of throw your own energy off. Okay, so when there is no justice, there is no peace. So it is important for you to know justice. That way you can know peace. Okay, all right. So let's see what the seventh house is about. What it says about the seventh house in you, Libra. The seventh house rules relationships. If your chart were a village map, the seventh house is anywhere two equals relate with intensity and intimacy. Somewhere you'd have dinner on the balcony and watch the sunset. I'm sorry, Libra. My throat is kind of bothering me. So, but I do have me something to drink right beside me, so hopefully that'll help. Okay. Um, it is considered with how other equals come into your life, and how you interact with them, and includes marriage and open warfare, business partners, legal issues, key consultants, and advisors. The action with the seventh house card with relationships, Libra: nurture your relationships rather than test them. Consider each partnership to be a tree you plant. That seed may have been planted in the fifth house with an idea or a twinkle in the eye. And Leo rules the fifth house. Okay. And Leo rules creativity. So when I do the Leo, you may want to upload that as well. I mean, like when I upload the Leo reading, you may want to view that one as well. Now you have a sapling with potential. Don't construct a tree house on that sapling. It can't yet bear the weight. Instead of crushing it with expectations, nurture and protect it. In any relationship, there are three involved: you, your partner, and that tree. The relationship itself all have needs that must be honored equally. Make compromise for the sake of the relationship, not necessarily for the other person. Nurture that sapling, keep it safe from predators, and nourish its roots until it becomes a tree strong enough to lean on. Clarify your expectations with curiosity and flexibility. If you are offered a business partnership, read the fine print. Unpack your baggage and cultural assumptions and family patterns that inform your concept of partnership. Move past who is right and who is wrong and develop a fresh understanding. Partnership for work or love may look easier if you come from the same background, but the more diversity you bring to the table, the more resilient the relationship can be. Agree to contribute equally and celebrate your differences. The challenge with the seventh house, Libra, is when you are working in tandem in love or in business, it can be tempting to either give your power away to your partner or take over theirs. An unbalanced relationship can become untenable. So that's like if some relationship in your life is unbalanced, it's too much giving, too much taking, it's not balanced, someone has way too much power in the connection and someone doesn't, it becomes unattendable, meaning that the relationship can't be tended to well, like that sapling tree that is a partnership. Like if you think about it, if you and someone in a relationship plant a tree symbolically because you want to see it grow, you want to nurture it, you're not going to put a bunch of pressure on a new tree that you just planted like a tree house, because again, it can't hold the weight. You would have to let that tree grow very strong, let its leaves grow strong, let its roots grow deep, let its branches grow nice and sturdy, thick and girthy, and the trunk grows nice and strong. And then you would assess it to see if it can hold something like a tree house. Can it lift something like that up and be able to hold it and sustain it? And if it can, beautiful. But if it can't, then you may want to try again with another sapling or something like that. So this is about understanding things on a deeper level between yourself and other people, and using that power of understanding and comprehension in the right way, right? And but also giving people the chance to do the same thing with you. And if they cannot, That's like them putting that tree house on a sapling very early on, which can break it and break down the connection, right? Meaning that you can't attend to something that that is someone is trying to constantly tear down. It's hard to keep it going. The gift with the seventh house is fertilize the ground of your partnership. Feed your partner with romantic moments and fair and honorable arrangements. When you are fascinated by the spirit of another, they can become fascinated with you. So it's about balance, learning as much as you can about partnerships in your life. And this isn't only relationships, like meaning like intimate relationships, but this is also just about any partnership in your life. This is partnerships with your family, partnerships with your friends, partnerships with your coworkers, partnerships with your neighbors. This is about not trying to get over or exert your power. This is really about making some sort of compromise, for them compromising, you compromising, so you both have an opportunity to get to know each other and help a relationship grow, right? In a healthy way, though. So that's what that seventh house represent. Okay, so let's talk about what the second chakra is about. And maybe if you watch the other videos, you already, know what this is about. But I'm doing it for each one of you all, okay? All right, and you got to excuse the spats all over the table. Those are ashes from from me burning sage, okay? All right, the second chakra. So your affirmation with the second chakra, Libra, is I am creative. The sacral chakra's color is orange, encouraging movement and connections with others, viewing it as a freeing effect on the body and mind, stimulating creative thinking, abundance, success, and appetite. It relates to our creativity and sensuality and the emotional world. With the water as its element, the chakra is connected to flow and flexibility. Its principle is pleasure, and it's the center of feelings and sensations. Reality on the physical plane is mostly experienced through our senses, and the world of the senses is governed by the sacral chakra. It is located right below the navel. The sacral chakra, I keep saying chakra, but it's chakra. Chakra. The sacral chakra and relationship. Much of our understanding of ourselves and the sensual, delicious world comes from the feedback offered by our powerful sensory organs. Our physical bodies are designed for this offering. Our first attraction to another person is often based on what we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. Before babies can distinguish features by sight or understand spoken language, they recognize their mother by taste and smell. We often can sense if a person we have met will become a friend. Sensuality and sexuality are sense powered qualities to fuel romantic relationships. Sensuality deals with the experiences that bring pleasure and sensation through the senses, yet it is not always sexually orientated. It can be a healing force that connects us to our raw emotions and allows us to feel deeply connected to our own self and others. Sexuality deals with the intrinsic drive for procreation, the physical desire for sexual stimulation, and life giving energy. This drive can be purely instinctive and lacking any emotional connection to sensuality. Sensuality and sexuality merged together can add a powerful, deep, and delicious component to romantic relationships. The food for thought is, are you afraid of your emotions? Do you express your emotions freely? If not, why not? And that could be with family, in a relationship, friends, co-workers, or whatever. So let's get into what the Divine Masculine represent for you, Libra. The Divine Masculine affirmation is, I am Divine Masculine. In the new energy, we let go of traditional roles, allowing new masculinity and new femininity to arise. Just as the concept of divine feminine is no longer exclusively for women, divine masculine is no longer just for men. We all hold both masculine and feminine energy and attributes within us, and both must be fully recognized, understood, and expressed. The masculine is active and focused. His nature is to direct and push. He is intrinsically connected to the material world, providing security, structure, and reason. And his intrinsic nature is closer to the earthly and physical planes. The new divine masculine is balanced, conscious, sensual, and gentle, able to facilitate and express the divine feminine. Expression of the divine feminine. He is loving and kind, strong and independent, yet open to co-creation and partnership. The image in this, the description of this image is the center square as well as the number 4 and all the straight lines refer to the form-based world physicality that is associated with the masculine. The green indicates our deeply rooted truth. The dark blue refers to the vast universe. The swirling circles in the background represent dimensions and star systems beyond this earth that are at our origin. Divine masculine and relationship. Although we all carry qualities of both the masculine and feminine inside of us, in most relationships there is one person who predominantly embodies the feminine attributes and one the masculine. The harmony between the two might depend upon one's individual understanding of this inner dual nature as well as the outer roles that each person plays in the relationship. The masculine side can drive things forward and get things done. As he is closely connected to the earthly plane and the physical world, he can offer structure and foundation, something solid in which to anchor. The directed and focused masculine often needs the receptive and flowing feminine to feel inspired and creative. While the masculine excels at actions, he needs the feminine to imagine all the possibilities he can manifest into form. Food for thought. How do you feel about things that are considered feminine? Do you feel that the divine masculine can be all of it? Meaning that you don't need a divine feminine, which will really, believe it or not, that's why you have masculine and feminine energy here on earth, because we're actually meant to have a deeper understanding of each other. We're really meant to respect each other and have a deeper understanding. You have some feminine energies that vibrate heavily in masculine energy. You have some masculine energy that vibrate heavily in feminine energy. But this is about understanding people without them forcing their way of being on someone, as well as you not forcing your opinion on someone else. It's really about having balance and respect. And so when that's thrown off, that's where like I said, the relationships aren't being attended properly. It's like a lot of arguing and warfare and disrespect and things like that. All right, so let's get into what the Sun card. And the Sun card is about the source. It's about, what can be seen and how people see you, and, how people, what you show to the world, whether it's due to your ego being stroked or whatever. But it's like what you show to the world, right? How you want people to see you. Whereas the moon is what you kind of keep in the background, right? This is like the personal parts of your mind, your real personality, and things that you kind of keep hidden into yourself, or only around people where you feel safe to express it. or be yourself. Okay, with the sun card, in your natal chart, the sun symbolizes the core of your personality, your life force, ego, and consciousness. The sign and aspects of the sun describes how you express the basic value, vital energy. From our earthly perspective, the sun circles the zodiac once a year, but in truth, the sun is the center point around which the planets revolve. All other bodies in our solar system reflect its light. It is unimaginably huge. 1,000,000 Earths could fit within. The challenge with the sun card is narcissism is the shadow of the sun's energy. The false belief that I am the center of the universe and you are not. Learn to earn attention and respect rather than demand or expect it. So with the Sun card Libra, it's easy for a person to let their ego go to their head, especially if they are like some sort of person that's high in society and well known, well respected. You know, they walk into a room, they expect for everybody to really focus on them and them only. And it kind of like gets to that point, like looking down at people who they feel like is beneath them. So that's where the narcissism comes in at, you know, like, oh, I'm better than you because of my position. I'm better than you because I drive this kind of car. I'm better than you because I have this kind of partner. I'm better than you because I have this kind of money. So it's about, because the sun card can also be about success. So, but when people use their level of success to belittle people, that's when it tinkers over into that narcissism type energy, okay? Like over trying to overshadow people, like I'm the only one who matters, okay? All right, so the gift with the sun card is the sunlit moment is an opportunity to let your ego step out of the way, let the sunlight flow through you, and let spirit do the work. Shine wholeheartedly and share the warmth with friends, family, your community, and the world. Make it an offering. Live the truth. I am the center of the universe, and so are you. So, this is about sharing the spotlight, sharing the sunlight, you know, sharing that warmth. If you feel like you're the center of the universe, then you invite other people in and say, you know, I see you. I acknowledge you as well. I respect you. You know, so that's about when we was getting into that, you know, how to build healthy relationships being a Libra type energy. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what the moon is. The moon it represents perception. The moon ruler of Cancer speaks of the deep inner river of emotions, what motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturance. In your astrology chart, the moon is as important as the sun, even though it's much smaller. By a coincidence of relative size and distance, from our earthly perspective, the sun and the moon, our symbols of consciousness and unconsciousness, appear to be the same size, and this proportion makes eclipses possible. The moon cycles through the zodiac in 27.5 days, changing signs every 2 days and coloring our moods, habits, and behavior. The action with the moon card is first perceive what unspoken emotions, inner calling, and patterns drive you. Look to your own moon sign. When you cooperate with your moon's emotional motivation, you find it easier to walk in harmony with your path. Next, investigate the needs and wants of those around you. The emotions underneath the surface actually run this show. Those primary drives are expressed through habits and actions, nuances, and expression rather through words. Look for the underground ocean it carries, the soul's energy. Speak to the insecurities that slow this process. Act in a way that helps others feel nurtured, warm, and emotionally connected. Make them feel at home. Tend the food, water, the home base. Like the moon, the energy in this situation will wax and wane. So access the current phase and work with those cycles. So the challenge with the moon card is Look to feelings rather than logic to move the situation forward. Notice any strange responses to anxiety, touchy personal defenses, neptoism, neptoism, um, uh, nephobia, subjectivity, or insecurities, either in your motivation or in those around you. Tend to the fear that lies underneath these behaviors. So, if regardless of the image that you put out to the world, what do you really fear underneath the surface and why? Is it, do you fear tapping into your feminine energy because you're a masculine? Do you fear how people are going to see you because of your ego? Do you fear relinquishing a little bit of your power to give someone so the relationship can be balanced and you both can have power in the connection? What are your underlying fears, and why do you feel that way? The gift with this card is you are one with the ebb and flow. Watch what sign the moon occupies each day and let the moon teach you about its phases. Align yourself with those tides and make your life easier. Okay? So, we are so much more than just, I always say this in the Pisces reading, we're so much more than just our moon and our sun sign, okay? So this is why I tell people it's important to know your astrology chart so you can get a better understanding of how the planets influence your zodiac, influence your emotions. And when the moon moves through those different phases, like we have, so let me let you know what I'm talking about. So the last quarter moon is in Leo, and that was between the 5th and the 6th. Okay, so we're still kind of in that energy of the last quarter moon. Okay, and so that represent that in the sun card rules the sign of Leo. So that could represent like how you want to be seen in the public eye, and really being able to receive constructive feedback without being offended or taking it too hard. Or, because I feel like you're really concerned around this time about your reputation and how people see you, right? You may be wanting to impress others in some way. This could be on a job, it could be your family, something like that, maybe some friends or something, okay? But then we're moving into a new moon in Scorpio on November the 13th. And this is about you looking at the relationships in your life on a deeper level. What relationships are balanced? You rule the seventh house, which rules relationships. So this is about you looking at what relationships are really shallow, which relationships are deep, which ones make, where you both are putting in and helping it grow. You're not, someone isn't dumping everything on you in the beginning of the relationship or the beginning of the connection. Like we use that example of the treehouse being planted on a sapling, something very small that just started, just was planted, knowing that the sapling can't hold that up. It has to grow into a full grown tree to be able to sustain the weight of a treehouse. So this is you seeing which relationships in your life. I don't care whether it's with your parents, your siblings, your children, your co-workers, your neighbors, whatever. This is about you seeing which ones are shallow and which ones speak to your soul. If it, because I kind of feel like you're going through maybe like a detox at this time. So maybe you're being in hermit mode and people don't quite understand that about you, because it's like you're really assessing people and how they treat you and how you've treated them and what's real, so what's really balanced. If someone wants more power in the connection all the time, that's an unbalanced relationship that isn't going to go anywhere. Okay, it's just going to be a lot of bickering back and forth. So I kind of feel like you don't have a problem. You're getting to that point, or you're already at that point where you don't have a problem with walking away from people, where you feel like the relationship is in balance and healthy. Then we have a first quarter moon in Aquarius on November the 20th, and this is about You could be in that energy where you're finding your group that makes you feel happy, that we're, because I feel like you're going to tap into what makes you feel emotionally free around this time, Libra. So whatever that is in your life, whatever environment, whether it's a job, it's certain family members, it's certain communities, it's certain cities, state, towns, whatever, wherever you are, this is about you looking at your life and what really makes you happy. What makes you feel like you don't have to always hold back, or you can be emotionally free. And because that'll put you in a better mood. So I feel like you're going to pay attention to that. Like I'm not talking about the illusions when we're talking about the moon. I'm not talking about the illusion of what puts you in a happy mood, like a substance, like drugs, alcohol. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when none of those things are present and you're doing some of the things that you actually love. You feel free to express yourself. You're around people who actually listen, and you're actually listening to them, and you all have respect for each other. You have balance in the connection. These are the type of groups I feel like you're going to start gravitating towards or building more, okay? It's like you're moving out of the shallow groups more into healthier connections and stuff, because the Aquarius rules like the ankles and the thyroids, the hormones, the calves, things like that, right? So this is about you pivoting from one side to the other, like from one situation to the other, one group to the other, or something. Then we have a full moon in Gemini coming up on the 27th. So the Gemini rules like the respiratory area, like the shoulders, the hands, the lungs, the bronchial tubes, the arms, things like that, right? And so this is about, you may feel more comfortable expressing yourself more, your emotions more. And this can turn into some sort of verbal debate. Maybe people who aren't really understanding or agreeing why you don't want to deal with them. Maybe you look at them as shallow, maybe you look at them as superficial, and you're not backing down from your point of view, because I feel like some of you are really assessing some things in your life on a deeper level, and what really brings you balance and what is balance. So if a debate comes up, I feel like you're not the type that's going to really bite your words, and it may come off as kind of cold. I feel like it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder once you're in that energy of emotional freedom. It's going to be harder for you to sort of try to keep catering to people who just are power hungry. They're just concerned about image, 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 not necessarily deep, healthy connections. So, okay, that is your reading. We're going to get into a tarot reading for you, Libra, okay? And I'm going to use these cards here. Hold on. Get them out. I'm going to use these cards here for you, Libra, okay? And the name and the spelling, the gemstone, all of that information is going to be in the description box for you. Okay. All right. So I'll just shuffle these like this one more time, and then I'm going to cut the deck 3 times. Treeways. All right, so we can get a reading for my Leos. 10 of Wands here. So Leo, you may be on the brink of a breakthrough. You could be holding on a lot right now. Remember, I just used the example of like a tree house being placed on a sapling. This is like you carrying all of these wands, trying to have a mat, trying to get to your goal. This is like someone carrying everything that they need to reach a goal, right? To get to that castle, to help build it up, or get to that home to help build it up. This is you. Some of you all are in the construction field, but some of you all are just these wands could represent different things in your life that you're holding on to, that you're just trying to push through. Kind of keep your head down, work hard, so you can just kind of get to this goal and have a breakthrough in some area. The Two of Cups is here. This Ten of Wands is Sagittarius energy. This Two of Cups is Cancer energy. So there may be some sort of connection. I feel like you're going to have a moment once you have this breakthrough. You're going to have a moment to have you a nice, cool drink, some good conversation, some connections or something like that. So I feel like you're working to have a better understanding of something, or this is what you're being encouraged to do, to have a better understanding or a better connection with someone. Again, like I said, I felt like you could be in a hermit mode right now where you're getting a deeper understanding of what you need to do. You're looking deeper at your relationships in life. You're looking deeper at what you've had to take on, what has been sort of like a burden, and what this breakthrough looks like. This is you even, because I'm looking at how the Ten of Wands is facing this way, right? But this Hermit card is facing that way. So you could even be looking back at your past to try to figure out what mistakes you made, right? So you can get a better understanding of them and do things differently moving forward. So, and even looking deeper into those relationships that you feel like are unhealthy in your life, or they've always been a certain way, and maybe you've just been conditioned to believe that something is healthy when it's not. So this is you really having that like self-awareness and kind of going on certain journeys in your life alone. And I'm looking at the Ten of Wands here, this Hermit card here. This is definitely a card of being alone, of being in some sort of on some sort of journey on your own. And some paths we have to walk alone. It's good to have, to stop and have a conversation with someone from time to time, or, to know that somebody has your back if you need it. But some paths you have to walk this life, and this life you have to do it on your own. No one can do it for you. Wow, you have the Ace of Cups here. So this is that energy. And the Hermit card is Virgo energy. The Ace of Cups is water energy. So this is that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But this is like a overflowing of love, connections, feelings, emotions, coming in an offer. This could be some really good news. This, if you look, this like my cup runneth over. This is like an abundance of something coming in. And when you look, it looks like something is coming down. So you can maybe crying tears of joy in a situation here due to a collaboration or some level of support in your life, okay? Then you have the Queen of Swords here. So with this Queen of Swords, I feel like, again, you're in some energy where you're having a breakthrough. You're pushing through. You're dealing with whatever barriers you have to deal with. This, and I'm saying barriers because you look at all these wands in front of this person, right? And it's like you're pushing those barriers all at the same time right out the way so you can have a breakthrough. And again, this could feel like an uphill battle at times that you're trying to deal with so much on your own. But I do feel like the reason you could be in a hermit mode is because maybe you feel like the relationships were just too much trouble or something. It's something that you're looking at deeper, getting a clear understanding of it. And this understanding is made just for you. It's not necessarily for everyone else around you. It's just for you. Because I feel like you're trying to understand whether you should salvage a past connection or not. Is it worth holding on to? Or has it left you feeling like you need to do everything on your own? With this Queen of Swords, this is somebody who has finally accepted things for the way that they are, and they're wiser for it. So they're sitting on their throne high, able to see things as they come, keen insight, analytical. This is like the removal of emotions in a situation here. This isn't you sitting back saying, oh well, I don't know what to do and I'm just confused. No, this is you like, no, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what I feel. I know what I saw. I know this is experience, because the Queen of Swords can be a person who has gone through a divorce or some sort of severing in a relationship. And this could be you looking back at it with this Hermit card, inspecting it just a little bit more to make sure that you actually saw what you saw and you heard what you heard, you know? So if somebody's trying to hide something from you in that Virgo energy, if somebody's trying to hide something from you, I feel like you're not playing those games with somebody. You're not playing mind games with them. You see something, you're dealing with facts and facts only. And if somebody wants to play mind games, I feel like you're able to see something beyond what they want you to see. And this is what's giving you the confidence to speak on what you know and move forward. And then kind of, if you need to cut them off, so be it. I don't feel like it's going to be with a lot of regrets. Then you have the Two of Pentacles here. This is that card of balance, you know. This is that card of yin and yang, you know, having to put something down sometimes and it's so you can lift something else up. And even though you have some choppy waters behind you, you know, look at this. This is like a boat high up on a sail. And, you know, sometimes it's smooth sailing. Sometimes it's like you don't know what's going on. So you could be trying to find some sort of balance in your life. And the Two of Pentacles represent that Capricorn energy there, right? So this is about you really finding your footing, okay? And you could look very good in finding something, but I also feel like, you know, having to take on the Ten of Wands here so much can kind of throw you off balance if you're in a connection and someone isn't holding their weight, or someone is trying to be more powerful, the most powerful one in the connection. So this is you finding your balance. This could even be with money. Maybe you're trying to work two jobs so you can build up some sort of like stability in some area of your life. Maybe one job wasn't enough for you, so you try to obtain two jobs. You have Two Cups right here and Two Pentacles right here. So there may be some happiness with some sort of something you were trying to get or trying to obtain. Look, I said a new job, Page of Pentacles. That's what this is about. Some sort of new income, good news, new news. I feel like it's going to make you very happy here. You know, I feel like you're going to kind of get through a situation in a way that you weren't expecting. Oh my gosh. The Sun card, this is abundance, success, happiness, joy. You know, this is clarity. This is like something being illuminated. You seeing something really clearly for what it is. This is a lot of beautiful new energy here. Oh, wow. Okay. But let's clarify this Ten of Wands here. What is this about the Queen of Cups here? So I feel like you know your worth. You know, the Queen of Cups can be a person who they have mastered their emotions. They're not in the Page of Cups emotions. They're not in the Knight of Cups emotions. They're the Queen of Cups. They've mastered their emotions. They bravely sit, this energy here bravely sits on the edge of the beach with a vast amount of water, a vast amount of emotions, holding this big chalice here, but angels underneath her feet. Okay. And it could be a little rocky sometimes, but having the angels really underneath, because and sitting on faith, you know, being held up in an angelic way, being held up in a way where, you know, you can just really, it's almost like you know your worth, you know your value in something. And this is why you've had to deal with situations where you felt burdened, but you still pushed through, you know. It could be even emotional burdens that you're having to deal with. Maybe the physical burdens have helped you grow and mature with when it comes to your emotional burdens. Why is the Two of Cups here? Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. That Queen of Cups is Cancer energy too. So there could definitely be someone from your past coming back. This could be something from your childhood, or just someone who is wanting to connect with you again, okay? This could be someone who you grew up with. This could be someone who you all shared a lot of past memories with, or something like that. This could even be somebody who was in a past life with you, okay? Coming back around. But there's some sort of offer or uniting or a partnership that is connecting here. Somebody wants to talk about the past with you, okay? This could be even someone you have children with. Now, the Three of Swords is here, Libra, and this is your energy here. This is about betrayal. This is about heartbreak. This is about, you know, people doing things. Somebody could have intentionally hurt you over and over and over again. They could have put you in a third party situation. They could have lied over and over and over again, you know, or something like that. But this is you distancing yourself from them with this Hermit card and looking at it really deep too. You know, not even playing games with it, just looking at this heartbreak for what it really is. Like, not trying to sugarcoat it and lie to yourself and, oh, it wasn't that bad. Or, you know, maybe they didn't mean to put me in a third party situation. Maybe they didn't mean to do it 3 different times. No, the first time you could have passed that off as a mistake, but this was something that happened over and over again. And I feel like this is a time when you're looking closer at it. And this is with someone who you've distanced yourself from. Like I said, in that new Scorpio energy of you not really being like dealing with shallow connections where people do stuff intentionally and then act like they're confused about why you don't want to deal with them, you know? So I feel like you're looking at something deeper. You're giving it one last view, I guess, so you can heal from it possibly, or, you know, see it because you want to see it for what it really is. Again, like I said, we're moving into that new Scorpio energy, and this could be somebody who did this that want to come back from the past and have some sort of partnership with you, you know, but you may be inspecting the connection and how things ended or how things were when you all were together. Was there a constant power struggle between you all, you know? King of Swords here. So this King of Swords is a person who thinks strategically in what their next move is going to be. They deal with facts and facts only. They're really not concerned about other people's emotions. This is somebody who even if they have deep emotions, you'll never know it. They're not going to let you know what's on their mind unless it's beneficial to them and it's putting them in that place of power where they look strong and stoic and, you know, and just, you know, it's something that's going to make you happy though. I feel like this energy, this King of Swords and this Ace of Cups, this is about being able to speak your truth or just being upfront and honest about a situation. Maybe in the past, you kind of, you know, let somebody say or do something repetitively because you love them until you realize that they didn't love you. A person who loves you is not going to continuously try to hurt you. You know, they're not going to do things like that intentionally. So I feel like your confidence has built, or something about you saying the truth has helped you tremendously. And that could be where these happy emotions are coming in. You know, there could even be a matter dealing with the legalities of something. This could be legal paperwork. This could be, maybe it's signing paperwork for a job that makes you really happy. I feel like some of you all may even be put in some sort of manager position or something like that. It could be a position where it could be, I don't know whether you're hiring people maybe you're good at detecting the truth about people or something. So, but I feel like you may be put in some sort of position of leadership. Okay, why is the Queen of Swords here? The Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're moving on. You see I feel like, okay, look at how this Eight of Wands is clarifying this Queen of Swords, right? The Eight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. I feel like there's a lot of movement. You feel confident about moving forward now, okay? This is like you have nothing but the facts to work with and deal with. You've already been through something, so you have the experience, the knowledge from that experience, right? So this is you being able to move forward. Some of you all may even be in a job where you're required to travel or something like that, or you may be at a job, like when I say travel, I mean like you may have to travel to different locations even if it's under the same company, or you may be in a job where you have to travel out of state or something like that. But I feel like you're in a position right now, you're in the energy right now where you're doing what's best for you. Maybe you sacrificed a lot in the past and now you're just kind of like, I'm doing what's best for me. Yeah. This may rub some people the wrong way. It could have really offended them. But it looks like you're doing what is best for you. You're moving forward. There could be a lot of new communication coming in around this time too. There could be a lot of new communication. Maybe it's about a decision that you made to cut some people from your past off. Maybe they want to come back, have some sort of connection with you, or have some sort of conversation with you about a decision that you made. This could be family. It could be past so-called friends, jobs, something. But there's some people who want to come back and communicate with you about the way you feel or the way you think or the way you're seeing something. But I feel like you're going to deal with this in a really analytical way, and I feel like you're going to speak something or say something that's just facts and facts only. It could even come off as very cold, what you're saying, but it's like you've observed something from a different perspective, so you can speak on it without emotions or something. Why is this Two of Pentacles here? Queen of Wands. Wow. So you are going to work on something and find balance to get you to where you are. Some of you all are balancing out your household and work life. And you're doing it in an amazing way. You may not feel like that, but you are. And you're getting to this point where being in a Queen of Wands, that's a person who looks amazing. People look at them as somebody who's a good friend, a person who is like, they got their game together. They're a good business person. They love their family. They take care of those around them. They're a good person to follow. They're a good person to lead. So somebody may be looking at you as a very good leader because you're balanced. You see something from two different perspectives. You can speak passionately about things, about the truth. And that's what makes you so appealing and beautiful. You have the Six of Wands the Six of Swords right here, Aquarius energy. Yeah, you're going to wind up, I feel like you're going to leave something in the past. This may even be somebody from your past coming back that you kind of move on from. It's like maybe you're doing a core cutting, or you're just kind of like closing out the energy. Like you're saying your piece, or, if you all are reminiscing about the past, you may be like, okay, talking about the past, I'm going to say how I feel. And then you're moving into calmer waters. I feel like you're distancing yourself from past emotions, things that made you feel burdened, people that made you feel burdened. You're being more real with yourself at this time, Libra, and that may rub some people the wrong way. But I feel like you have some really good things that you could be focusing on, and that's what you really want to stay focused on. You've already assessed the situation long enough. You have the information that you need. You have some sort of strong facts to stand on. So I feel like this is, once you speak how you feel, you feel comfortable moving forward. The Temperance card, yeah, this is you having peace in your life, And I feel like at this time, you've just wanted something that will, maybe it's a new job you wanted, or something that will give you some level of peace around this time. And I feel like this is going to come because the Temperance card can be the exchanging of energies, water bearer, like, being very nurturing, things like that. You see this water going from one vessel to another. And this is like the angels saying, okay, if you need some more energy, water, peace, nurturing, I'm here. I have what you need to bring peace and harmony in your life. And this is like, it may take time for this to happen, but I feel like this is what you're going to wind up getting into. And it may even come through, your finances increasing with this Page of Pentacles in some way. I feel like something is new to you, and it's a new way of doing things, not letting things distract you, not letting people distract you from your past. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun card right there. What was up under here? Justice. Look at your card. Waiting to come out. Yep. Some sort of balance is coming to a situation, Libra. I don't know what this is. This to me looks like relationships. job, some sort of karmic justice is coming to something. Something has to be made fair, right, harmonious. It has to, any relationships where people are not willing to hear you, respect you, or be fair with you, I feel like those are the relationships you don't have a problem with turning your back on and leaving behind, because you feel like it's unnecessary chaos. Even if this is somebody from your past that you grew up with, or family or whatever, I feel like you're like, if you come up with a bunch of foolishness, or that's all I remember you as, that's how our connection was, where you deliberately hurt me over and over again, why would I want to be bothered again? And I'm trying to have peace and tranquility in my life and happiness and joy. You have some sort of good news coming in. So I feel like, yeah. And then, like I said, the sun card is at the bottom. This is amazing. I love this reading for you, Libra. It does look like a lot of changes coming in, but this change is about you speaking up, even if it makes some people feel uncomfortable. But I feel like, again, you've assessed the situation long enough. You know the truth about how they feel about you. They can't even deny it. They know their actions spoke louder than their words. So how can they deny something? Okay. So this is what I feel like, you may, in that new moon, that Gemini moon, where you may be expressing your emotions, and it could lead to a verbal debate. But you know what? That's fine. I feel like you have the information that you need. Something was not balanced in your life, because it started out making you felt burdened, like, I don't know what, like you were carrying everything. Or you feel like you can't depend on someone because all they do is hurt you. So what's the purpose of you depending on them? It's like you're taking all this on your own so you can have a breakthrough. And maybe they always threw up in your face anytime they did anything for you. So you're like, forget it, I'll just do it on my own. I don't want that held over my head, because I gave without limitations. You gave in a vast way to someone, but when it was time for them to support you, they went ghost on you in this Hermit card and did this repeatedly, and it could have broke your heart. So you're looking at something differently now, and that could have been the reason why you're taking on so many burdens on your own. Because you weren't given the vast amount of love and support wasn't reciprocated. So it's like the fact you're able to stand on this and say this, clearly. And so somebody sending energy your way or coming at you, you're like, child, please, you're behind me. You're the past. I'm looking into the future and happy to sit on my throne in the present moment. Yeah. So I feel like you're going to be really focused on some happy things in your life, and progress and growth, inner peace, happiness, joy, opposed to you may be addressing a situation with someone that want to return from your past. But I feel like you're looking at some of these connections as very shallow. I love your card came out in your reading. Okay. It came out, the Three of Swords was your card too. So, and then at the bottom of the deck, you got the Sun card. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, Libra. So enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will talk with you later.